She knew every line in the movie, every note of every song. You get the picture, right? So when she was 4, 3 of the cast members of the Little Mermaid brought the music from the movie on tour, and they came to Denver as part of their concert. So I got us some tickets, and the night came, and Anna put on her little frilly pink dress, and I put on my coat and tie. I took her little arm and put it on mine, and off we went down to the Betcher Concert Hall on our daddy-daughter date. Now, we had great seats. Our seats were at the balcony, stage right, so Anna could lean right on the rail and look right down on the singers as they performed and sang about being a part of our world. Great concert, thoroughly enjoyed it. But the highlight of the night was not the concert itself. The highlight was what happened after the concert. Now, when you and I go down to the Betcher Hall, we enjoy the music, and then the performers are whisked off into the wings, never to be seen again, right? Not that night. That night, Jodie Benson, ooh, I saw some recognition over there. Jodie Benson, the actress who had voiced Ariel, the Little Mermaid herself, sang her concert, whisked off into the wings, but then went right around to the lobby to interact with all of her young fans. Now, picture the scene. Here's Jodie Benson now, this famous movie star, on her knees in the lobby of the hall, surrounded by all of her little 4, 5, 6, 8, 10-year-old fans who are looking up and just adoring her. And she was just loving on them right back. Beautiful moment, magical. And I'm sure that was the night that Anna decided she wanted to be a Broadway actress. She wanted to have a lead role in a Broadway musical just like Jodie Benson. Heck, she wanted to be Jodie Benson. So the time came for her to have her first concert with the Colorado Children's Chorale. And as she was getting ready, she was thinking back to seeing Jodie Benson there in Betcher Hall. And she looked up at me with her big brown eyes and said, "Dad, I might even breathe some of the same air as Jodie Benson." That's a true story. She actually said that. But by the time she was in 12th grade, 10 years later, still had not had a lead role in a musical that she so badly wanted. But it was okay, because now she's the senior. And there's no one else whose turn it is to have the lead role. And she knew that if Arapahoe High School was going to have a spring musical, that she was going to get the lead role. And of course Arapahoe High is going to have a spring musical. Every high school has a high school musical. Heck, there's a high school musical about high school musicals now. Now there's a cliche for you. But no, she didn't get the lead. And I remember her disappointment that night in particular. And I remember thinking, you know, one could be forgiven for coming to the conclusion after all that. Maybe she really just didn't have the chops. And she managed to win a scholarship to study musical theater up there at Casper College. So one of her first challenges up there was to audition for their fall production, which was going to be another musical called Crazy for You. But for now, suffice it to say that finally, after all of those failed auditions, after all of those gigs as part of the chorus, Anna won the role of Polly Baker, the female lead in Crazy for You. Great moment in her life. But there was more. Now this is where I get to tell you about Crazy for You. Crazy for You had opened on Broadway in February of 1992 and ran for 1,622 performances over the course of 4 years. And it was good enough to win a Tony Award for Best Musical. Who knew? Now the lead role, Polly Baker, Anna's first lead role, during that successful 4-year run on Broadway, that lead role, Polly Baker, had been played by Jodie Benson.
Oh, whoa.
So, through Polly Baker, Anna got to be her childhood hero for a few weeks that October. How cool is that? But what if she'd given up after high school? she'd never auditioned for Crazy for You up there at Casper College? Had she elected not to persevere through all of those failed auditions, her life today as an active member of the Denver theater scene would be different indeed. Her dream would have died. So I think if she were here today, here's what she would ask you. Where are you in the process of creating your best life? Have you attended and failed an audition lately? If not, why not? Are you really that good? Or are you just not trying hard enough? See, here's what we know. Those failed auditions are not failures at all. They're training events to help you advance toward your ultimate success. And our next question would be this. What obstacle are you facing today that stands between where you are and where you want to be? And are you willing to keep going, to stay in the process long enough to find that way over, under, around, or through that particular challenge?